The FDA has recently announced that hearing aids will now be available over the counter without a prescription. But how will this work and what will it cost? Well, we're going to go over that in today's video. As always, please make sure to click that like button. Liking this video will make it more visible to others, and we definitely want to get this info out there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's get right to it. Nearly 25% of those aged 65 to 74 and 50% of those over the age of 75 have some type of hearing loss. However, according to studies, only 1 in 3 people over the age of 70 who do in fact need a hearing aid utilize one. Although there are a series of factors that contribute to this, one key factor is the cost. And most people over the age of 65 use Medicare as their primary form of insurance. Unfortunately, many people are surprised to find that Medicare does not cover hearing aids. Hearing aids usually cost somewhere between $2,000 and $7,000, and they can last anywhere between 3 and 7 years, so this is not a one-time cost. Additionally, there are appointments to take into consideration for hearing aids, things like hearing aid fittings and hearing tests. And even if your insurance does offer some type of hearing coverage, hearing aids themselves are very rarely covered. Given the amount of people who experience hearing loss and the astronomical costs, this is not a problem that we should ignore. And it's not something that an individual can ignore. Experiencing hearing loss can lead to social isolation, and lack of auditory stimulation can actually be a factor in dementia. But these very high costs, in combination with the multiple medical visits needed, usually 2 to 3 visits with an audiologist, can be extremely cost prohibitive, especially to those that are on a budget. Luckily, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, has recently cleared the way so that people can access hearing aids over the counter even without a prescription. Now, hearing aids work in 3 ways. First, the microphone receives sound and converts it into a digital signal. Then the amplifier increases the strength of the digital signal. And finally, the speaker produces the amplified sound into the ear. Digital hearing aids can be customized for an individual's hearing loss. During a hearing test, patterns can be assessed, and then these digital hearing aids can be programmed automatically to adjust volume dependent upon the pattern of hearing loss or even the specific settings. Now, over-the-counter hearing aids will offer a do-it-yourself approach to addressing hearing loss. In fact, you can use your smartphone. For mild or moderate hearing loss, your smartphone will likely use acoustic coupling. In simple terms, this phrase means that you can use the phone as normal, and your hearing aid microphone will automatically pick up the sound coming from the phone. The downside is that it may pick up some background noise as well. When shopping for a smartphone, look for its M rating. It'll be rated 1 through 4, with 4 being the highest capability. Now, for more severe hearing loss, you may want to look into telecoil. You'll want to make sure the telecoil in your hearing aid is turned on. Telecoils direct sound to the hearing aid's processor without using the microphone. If you plan on using the telecoil feature, look for what's known as the T rating. Again, this is 1 through 4, with 4 being the highest capability. This new ruling will also enable people to have access to hearing aids much more quickly. Now, believe it or not, it can actually take up to 4 to 5 years for people to even notice hearing loss. And after that, it can take up to 6 years to get a prescription hearing aid. Now that this new ruling will allow people to have access to over-the-counter hearing aids, they'll be able to purchase an over-the-counter hearing aid as soon as they've noticed hearing loss. But how to choose? Well, your local pharmacist can help. Pharmacists have long been on the front line of medical interaction with the community and are often the most accessible medical professional. Pharmacists have long been able to assist people in purchasing non-prescription medical devices. These would be things like strips for blood sugar testing and blood pressure monitoring devices for those with hypertension. Now, of course, this is new for most pharmacists, so there will be courses available online to help people select the best over-the-counter hearing aids. Over-the-counter hearing aids should be hitting shelves come mid-October, although hearing aid companies do have until 2023 to fully comply. And now, the best news we get to is, of course, the cost. So traditional prescription hearing aids can cost, as I said earlier, somewhere between $2,000 and $7,000, with the average hovering somewhere around $5,000. These new over-the-counter hearing aids will cost only a fraction of that. It's expected that the costs will be just a few $100s. Now, of course, audiologists would still like people to know that if they experience pain or sudden or drastic hearing loss, they should still see a doctor. Now, even if your insurance doesn't cover hearing of any type, if it is a medical emergency, you certainly don't want to make light of it. As I mentioned earlier, Original Medicare does not cover hearing, but many Medicare Advantage plans do. If you'd like to learn more about Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage plans, Medicare Supplement plans, and really all things health insurance, please make sure to check out our channel for plenty of informative videos. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have questions about your health insurance, please feel free to send us a message in the comments or give us a call at 888-410-0344. We are licensed nationwide, and there is, of course, absolutely no charge for our services. And you can also find us not only on YouTube, but on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at iHealthBrokers. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.